All right, team, we are back today to talk to you guys about this is going to be two different videos. So, this first part is about keys to your training and success in your training. Okay, so first and foremost is to, like I often talk about, know your why. Okay, why are you doing in your training, like wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, why are you doing it? Okay, and it can be a combination of things. It can be one thing, but know why you're doing whatever you're doing. Do you want to be a good fighter? Do you want to be, a good Olympic lifter? Do you want to be a good CrossFit competitor? Do you want to be a good sprinter? Good at wrestling? Good MMA fighter? Good at jits? Like, what do you want to do? Okay, and of all of those things, fighting and CrossFit are two of the things that have the many or most most of the different things that overlap. So the vast majority of the many skills involved with fighting and CrossFit are often why I refer to them as either the Venn diagram of fighting. So mixed martial arts is the Venn diagram of fighting. So there's wrestling and jiu-jitsu, uh, Thai boxing, regular Western boxing. There's all kinds of defenses that you have to know and fight strategy, level of output in your training, all these different things. And you have to try and pull yourself, or all of these skills, I'm sorry, you're in the middle, and you have to pull all of these skills into where you're at. So you start off as a good wrestler. Well, then you have to learn striking. You have to learn, you've got grappling skill down. You have to learn how to defend submissions. You have to know basically Jiu-Jitsu 101. Nobody ever in MMA gets beat with anything outside of basically, like, I don't know, man, up to max, like blue belt Jiu-Jitsu. I mean, and that's a lot. But, I mean, there's, you got to defend the rear naked choke, the guillotine, arm bars, or so like kimuras and triangles and like that stuff, and that's it, basic stuff. So same thing, like wherever you're at, you got to learn other stuff. So like with CrossFit, you have to find a balance of all of these, like the 10 general physical fitness skills. So wherever you're at, you have to balance those out. Okay, so that's knowing your why you're doing what you're doing. The second thing is train the way you should that day. And each day, give it all you got. So each time you're in the gym, is it a max effort day? Is it, say, you got to give 100% and find, like we've done with the competition team, have we sought that 1 rep max for the front squat? And then rest 15 minutes, and did we go at X percentage for one set, as many reps as you could do? All right, okay, so there's that. Give that everything you got that day. Again, for CrossFit, is it something that's Fran-like? So it'll be one of the hardest sprints you've ever done in your life with nothing else afterward to have to worry about, contend with. Total sprint effort, 2 to 3 minutes, and then you're done. Is it like just regular MMA, so regular fight, 3 rounds, 5 minutes? You have to be able to train at high and low intensities in order to meet that demand, just like a fight is. You're not going 100% for all 5 minutes of each round. Championship fight is even worse because it's 5 minutes / harder. Again, with kind of the CrossFit reference, is it a day that you're having to do power clean, like find a 1 rep max power clean, and then 8 minutes, as many reps as possible at 90% of that power clean, right? Creatine phosphate battery training. Or is it like we're going to be doing tomorrow, or you all will be doing tomorrow, or today, depending on when this video posts, is it a 2-hour lower level, completely aerobic based training session? So that day, whatever that day is, you got to give it all you've got. Focus on that day. Be concerned about that day. Don't worry about tomorrow. because when we do, and the cat has joined us. Say hello, Mitch. Hello, Mitchell. Hello, team. Get out, buddy. But that day, give it what you've got. Be focused on the training, and he's not having it. He's just going to come back up and say hello, everyone, and a dance, dance, dance. Okay? So don't think that focusing on your training that day means you really have to do anything more than just that. It's not like if it's a 60% output day or 70% output day, you don't come in and give it 100%. You know, stay focused, focus on the training, breathe, stay calm, do your work. Okay? Next thing is get a coach. Trust him or her, period. That's it. Then, if you trust that person, it's okay to ask questions, but don't be fiddling around the edges with whatever they're giving you to do. And at that point, you know, in essence, not trust them because like I said, it's okay to ask questions, but if you trust them, you trust the programming, you roll with the programming. Not, yeah, I kind of trust you, but I'm going to kind of do my own thing, which happens all the daggone time. Okay? And the last thing, and this is probably the most important of them all, keys to success in your training, is know that you cannot, beyond a shadow of a doubt, do everything at one time. I don't care who tells you what. No matter what they tell you, you cannot do everything at one time. We'll talk about that more in the next video, like the ins and outs and the whys and all that. Roxy's about to go into the other room. But we'll talk about the whys and all of that in a few minutes. But just know that you have to be successful in your training, you have to know your why. Pay attention to and train the way you should that day. Be focused on that day's training. If you've got a coach and you trust them, don't worry about the next day. It's not going to be affected too hard by today's training. Get that coach. Trust that coach. And then know that what you are doing is leading you down a certain path, and whatever you've asked that coach, that why, you should have communicated that why to the coach. They know that why. Trust them to get you where you want to go, and just rely on them to be the professional. No, you can't do everything at once. And be cool. Just be happy. Be content. And then every day, come into the gym, hit your training hard, leave with a smile, come back again the next day. Okay? That's it for now. Now, the next video, we're going to go into the details about running and, more importantly, aerobic-based training. Okay? That's it for this video. See you guys again in a few minutes.